what it was like inside that classroom. We want to check in with Gabby Gonzalez to get into more specific detail about what it was like inside the classroom, because Gabby, as you join us live, you were speaking with a child who was in the classroom at the time. What did that person tell you?
Well, that student is out here with his parents trying to get his belongings because it's still in his locker inside. He tells me they were in the second floor classroom, their science class, taking a test when the alleged shooter was late to class, walked in and then started firing his gun. You guys mentioned that 4 to 6 times is what the student is telling me. He says it was so scary and hard to believe that this was actually happening inside their own classroom as police continue to go through this entire school here. The student told me that as the shots were fired, the students in that science class went to the back of that classroom, hiding behind a set of drawers there in the back as their teacher took action. He says the teacher tried to tackle that shooter and eventually got the gun out of his hand, then yelled to his students to call 911 and to get out of there as fast as they could. Those students then running through the building and out here. They tell me they ran all the way down the block. The student that I spoke to called his mom and dad from a friend's phone because he didn't have his own phone on him. His mom telling me that she answered that unknown number and just heard her son crying and telling her there had been a shooting here, but that he was okay. That mom says she made it down here as fast as she possibly could, that it's just so frightening to know that her son was that close to gunfire. So back out here live, we know this is a very active area. They're going to be having that press conference here, but these students still reeling from what they saw this morning. That kid telling me, that 7th grader, that he saw one of his classmates be shot about 10 feet away from him. He doesn't know how that student is doing, but he did have amazing things to say about his teacher, saying that he was truly a hero and that if it hadn't been for that teacher, he fears other students would have been hurt as well. So we're going to be sharing that interview coming up in just a little bit, but again, just a very emotional conversation with that student.
Gabby, pretty stunning here. Again, first and foremost,